Hi, I'm Annie. 3 years of my life went up in smoke 2 weeks ago when James decided our engagement wasn't working out. No real explanation, just, I need space, and it's not you, it's me. Classic breakup lines that should have been my first clue something else was going on. I was still picking up the pieces of my life when my cousin Dana called me this morning. You need to come over right now. There's something you need to see. Can it wait? I'm not really up for. No, Annie. You need to see this now. When I got to her place, she looked like she was about to be sick. I saw something at Bella's bridal yesterday. Your mom and, well, just look at these. She handed me her phone. Photos of my mother, Helen, and my sister, Rebecca, at a bridal shop. Rebecca was trying on wedding dresses while my mom beamed at her. The timestamp showed yesterday afternoon. There's more. Dana swiped to the next photo. My stomach dropped. There was James, standing next to them, his hand on Rebecca's waist. That's impossible. They wouldn't. I'm so sorry, Annie. I watched them for a while. They were picking out wedding dates. They're planning for 2 weeks from now. My phone buzzed. My best friend, Rachel. Girl, where are you? I've been trying to reach you. I'm at Dana's. Did you know about this? About what? Hold on, I'm coming over. 20 minutes later, Rachel was staring at the photos, her face getting redder by the second. Those snakes! Your own sister! And your mom's helping them? I couldn't even cry. I was beyond tears. How long has this been going on? Was he with her when... We're going to find out. Rachel grabbed her laptop from her bag. I'm good at digging, you know that. And Dana, you said they're using Bella's bridal? Yeah, they're working with some wedding planner. Tall woman, dark hair. Maria? She was supposed to be my wedding planner. That's the one. Good. Rachel was already typing furiously. Because Maria knows me and she owes me a favor. Plus, she can't stand cheaters. Her ex-husband left her for her sister, too. I finally found my voice again. What are you planning? We're going to uncover every detail of their little betrayal. And then... She looked up from her screen, her eyes fierce. We're going to make sure everyone knows exactly what kind of people they are, starting with how long this has been going on. Dana squeezed my hand. I'm with you, cousin. Whatever you need. For the first time since James walked out, I felt something other than pain, something cold and clear and purposeful. They think they can just move on like I never existed? Like what James and I had meant nothing? Fine, let's see how their perfect little wedding plans hold up under some scrutiny. Rachel pulled up Rebecca's Instagram account on the big screen. Look at these timestamps. 6 months ago, she started showing up at his office building for lunch meetings about their supposed charity project. Charity project? What charity project? Exactly. There wasn't one. But look at all these business dinner posts. Always at Marino's, that fancy Italian place downtown. And guess who else was regularly there on those same nights? My blood ran cold as Rachel pulled up James's check-ins. Same restaurant, same dates. I scrolled through my phone, remembering all his excuses. Working late, meeting clients, business dinners. Got another one for you? Maria walked into Dana's living room, waving a folder. Your mom called me last week to transfer all your wedding arrangements to Rebecca's name. Venue, flowers, everything. They're even using your original date. They what? Oh, it gets better. When I questioned it, Helen said you'd approved everything. Even tried to show me a text from your number. My phone buzzed. Dad. Annie, where are you? We need to talk. 20 minutes later, Tom burst through the door, his face red with anger. Your mother. I just found the wedding invitations in her desk. They've been planning this for months. There are hotel reservations from January. January? But that was when James took that weekend business trip to Chicago? Yeah, except he wasn't in Chicago. Rachel turned her laptop around. He was at the Mountain View Resort, with Rebecca. I found their reservation confirmation. Maria spread out a timeline on the coffee table. Here's everything I've gathered. Dinner reservations, hotel bookings, text messages Rebecca accidentally sent to the wedding planning group chat instead of just James. Why didn't I see it? I stared at the evidence of their betrayal. All those times Rebecca asked about our wedding plans, saying she was just excited for her big sister. Because you trusted them. Tom put his arm around me. But this ends now. Your mother might have chosen sides, but I haven't. I've already called my lawyer. Look what I just found, Rachel suddenly exclaimed. Rebecca slipped up on her LinkedIn. She's been working at James's company since March in secret. Their HR portal shows her salary is triple the market rate for her position. And here's the smoking gun. Maria pulled out her phone. Voice message from Helen to the wedding venue, dated 2 months ago. Yes, we'll need to change the bride's name on the contract, but please keep it quiet for now. We don't want Annie finding out until James breaks things off. The room went silent as the message played. Tom's hands clenched into fists. I've heard enough. Annie, what do you want to do? I looked at the evidence spread across the room. All the careful planning behind my back. All the calculated betrayal. We're going to let them have their perfect wedding day. Right up until the moment we show everyone exactly who they really are. Now that's what I'm talking about. Rachel cracked her knuckles. And I know exactly where to start. You're not going to believe who just reached out to me. Rachel waved her phone excitedly. Mark, James's business partner. He wants to meet. An hour later, we sat in a quiet coffee shop downtown. Mark looked nervous, constantly checking over his shoulder. Look, I've kept quiet too long. James isn't just cheating in his personal life. He's been cooking the books. He and Rebecca have been funneling company money through fake vendor accounts. How much money are we talking about? Dana leaned forward. Close to $500,000. I've got all the documentation right here. He slid a USB drive across the table. I'm taking this to the board next week, but I thought you should know first. My phone buzzed with a text from Maria. Found something interesting. Rebecca has a pattern. You weren't the first sister she stole from. What do you mean? Her college roommate's sister, her ex-best friend's sister, 3 other women. I've got statements from all of them. She's got a thing for taking what isn't hers. Meanwhile, across town, Tom was having his own confrontation. He called me on speaker during his showdown with Helen. How could you do this to our daughter? To Annie? Rebecca and James are in love. Why can't you understand that? In love? They're thieves and liars. You're choosing a cheater over your own daughter. Rebecca has always known what she wants and goes after it. Annie is just jealous because what? Because her sister stole her fiancé? Because her mother helped plan it? You don't understand. No, you don't understand. I've already moved your things to the guest house. Call your lawyer. Back at Rachel's apartment, we were putting the final pieces together. The slideshow is ready. Maria showed us her laptop. Starts with their business meetings, moves to the hotel receipts, then the financial documents, and ends with Rebecca's greatest hits. All her previous sister-stealing adventures. The venue staff is on board. Dana checked her notes. They'll switch the presentation right after the first dance. Mark's timing is perfect. I scrolled through the evidence. The board meeting is 2 days after the wedding. They won't even have time to enjoy their honeymoon before everything falls apart. Your dad just texted. Rachel showed me her phone. Helen is crying to everyone that he's being unreasonable. She's still planning to stand with Rebecca at the wedding. Perfect. I smiled for the first time in weeks. Let her. Let them all stand together. It'll make the fall that much harder. 3 days until the wedding. Maria checked her planner. Everything's set. You know, in all my years planning weddings, this is going to be one for the books. One question. Dana looked concerned. Are you ready for this? Really ready? I looked at the pile of evidence, thought about all their lies, their smug faces planning their perfect day using my wedding arrangements. I've never been more ready for anything in my life. The wedding reception was in full swing when Maria took the stage. And now, a special presentation from the bride's family. The lights dimmed. Rebecca and James stood arm in arm, both gleaming with victory. Helen sat at the front table, dabbing her eyes with a monogrammed handkerchief, the one she'd originally ordered for my wedding. The screen lit up. Their first business meeting photo appeared. Rebecca's smile froze. What is this? Oh, just a little timeline. I stepped out from behind the curtain. Keep watching, sis. It gets better. Hotel receipts, bank statements, text messages. Each slide brought new gasps from the guests. James tried to rush the stage, but Mark blocked his path. Going somewhere, partner? The board members would love to hear your explanation for those vendor payments. Helen jumped up. This is ridiculous. Annie is just trying to ruin their special day because she's jealous. Jealous? Tom stood up. Let's talk about this receipt, Helen. The one where you paid for their hotel room in January while helping Annie pick out her wedding dress. The slideshow continued. Rebecca's previous victims appeared on screen, telling their stories. The woman from college, the ex-best friend's sister, all of them. You see, everyone, Maria took the mic. This isn't just about a stolen fiancé. This is about a pattern, a calculated series of betrayals, aided and abetted by a mother who should have known better. Rebecca lunged for the podium. You're all believing these lies? James and I are in love? Love doesn't need fake vendor accounts, Rebecca. Mark held up a folder. The board has already seen everything. The SEC will be very interested in those transfers you've been handling. James tried to slip out the back, but Dana was waiting with hotel security. Going so soon? But you haven't seen your business credit card statements yet. Helen scrambled through the crowd, reaching for me. Annie, please. We can fix this. We're family. Family? I looked at her. Really looked at her. Family doesn't plot behind each other's backs. Family doesn't steal happiness and call it love. You're not my family anymore. The police arrived. Mark had called them about the financial fraud. As they led James away, Rebecca collapsed in tears, her perfect wedding dress crumpling on the floor. 6 months later, I sat in my new office reading the headlines. Local business scandal leads to federal investigation. James and Rebecca were facing charges. Helen had moved in with her sister after Tom filed for divorce. Ready for lunch? Rachel poked her head in. That new Italian place opened downtown. Not Marino's? I smiled. Please, we have better taste than that. As we walked out, Dana and Maria were waiting with a surprise. They'd started a support group for women who'd been betrayed by family. They wanted me to be their first speaker. Look at you now, Rachel grinned. Running your own company, helping other women, living your best life. Who needs a backstabbing family when you've got real friends? I looked at my true family, the ones who stood by me, who fought for justice with me. You know what? I've never been happier. What would you do if you discovered your own mother was actively helping your siblings steal your happiness? Would you expose them publicly like Annie did, or handle it privately? Share your thoughts in the comments, especially if you've ever had to choose between family loyalty and self-respect. Have you experienced betrayal from someone who was supposed to protect you? Let me know if Annie's revenge went too far or if she should have done more. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe to catch more stories about justice, betrayal, and standing up for yourself. Your support helps me bring more content like this to our growing community.